So starting the test drive in this Cruze hatchback, the 1.4 liter turbo, the turbocharger definitely helps a bit when getting up to speed, and then just having the lower displacement with a 1.4 liter four cylinder, you're able to get that 29 miles per gallon city, 38 highway that the EPA estimates with this car just in regular everyday driving. Now, of course, if you keep your foot in it, you're not gonna see those kind of numbers, but with the turbocharger on here, it's still fun to drive in my opinion. But we're gonna go ahead and give it a pull here getting on the interstate. All right, here we go. So pretty good getting up to speed. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the fuel economy here. So I've got the instantaneous number up there. So right now we're showing right at 29 miles per gallon. Then as we go uphill, it'll decrease just a little bit. So there we're at 25. And then as you start to settle out, you'll probably see that closer to 40 miles per gallon on the flatter surface. So yeah, there it is there. But I mean, these are great in terms of having a commuter car, and I like having a spec like this where you don't necessarily miss anything. Now this one doesn't have blind spot monitors, but you do have the cruise control, which is I think it's a must for someone like me. I just like to hold my speed, and then just having all the cruise controls, or all the gauge cluster controls, excuse me, right in front of you instead of having to reach over here like in the LS. But this one just feels much more premium for just a little bit more money compared to an LS trim. Now in terms of the price point, I do think this is a pretty good deal. Now obviously this was 30 grand plus tax when it came out in 2018. And right now with this kind of mileage on it, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's only around $16,000, $17,000. And I do think for an economy car like this, that's equipped like it is a pretty good deal. Just in terms of if you're gonna keep it long term, because the lifetime powertrain warranty definitely comes in handy. Any kind of warranty comes in handy just for the what ifs, just in case. But for something like this with a turbocharger, it's always nice to know that that's covered if you're skeptical about getting a vehicle that has one, just because of all the horror stories you hear about turbocharged vehicles in general. Now I have seen several of these have six-figure odometers and they still drive like new. But all cars are different depending on how you maintain them, what conditions they're in, etc. But I love the Cruze, this one in particular, this hatchback LT, because I have my heated seats, I have my cruise control, I have my LED daytime running lights. With the red line edition, I just have a bad looking car in a good way, with the wheels, the blacked out bow ties. But I mean, it's just a overall great economy car. Rides good, drives good. It's nothing over the top in any of those aspects, but it's just an overall good car in my opinion. So if you're in the market for something like this that has decent space, it's a decent price, and looks relatively good, make sure you take a look at this 2018 Chevy Cruze hatchback in the LT trim level, and it's a red line edition.